And you talked at the beginning about needing to harness this moment. And Andre Karpathy talked about something changed in December 2025. What exactly changed?
Yeah. So I think this is like for me also, right? I mean, I'm contemplating this, and I think still not have wrapped my head around it. What has changed is if you look at like last 3 years where I was at Google and we were building AI, but I thought we are not building AI fast enough. So I left Google. I started on my own. I'm building this company where we thought we can go and automate back office and build AI or the benefits AI faster than what I could do at Google with my own agency. Obviously, Google is doing great with their agency. And if you look at all the companies in last 3 years, what they did with AI is they took these models that we had, and if you take the examples of any company, and I can put them what they do in this map. If you look at Gamma, Gamma did one thing. Gamma said, okay, I am gonna go and connect these models with tools and make it very easy for you to create slides. And then I will provide you connectors to PDFs, connectors to everything, so that you can go and publish this in PPTs or Google Slides or just PDFs. They just did one job. And this was, I think, now at $1 billion valuation. The
That's
second kind of company, so first kind of companies that you saw was these kind of companies which go out and make the model and tool working and put a lot of connectors in place. So Gamma is there. The second kind companies said, hey, we're going to take this model, harness it to domain specific knowledge. So the Harveys of the world, the Lagoras of the world went and said, hey, we're going to take this model and do the context engineering piece here and say, hey, we will context to the lawyers and solve their problems. And they become $1 to $10 billion companies in 2 years. And some just went in and provided signals in memory well. And then there were third kind of companies which said, hey, can we provide you frameworks to build this? Which is what you saw with Salesforce, Agentforce, Amazon Q. They said, we'll just help you build with all these things faster.
Yep.
This was happening for the last 2 years. You will see a lot of companies just come out, and every company was planning to do something like this. Then what happens is there is something, a breakthrough happens inside Anthropic, where they are building just a tool for coding, and they thought for doing coding, let's just do one thing, which is build the agent loop. They called it agent loop. And the idea is it will build the context, it will take the actions, which is all the connectors and tools, and it will do the evaluations. And based on that, it can come back and keep doing that again and again. So now what happens is if you are a context company, Harvey, Lagora, if you are an action company, Gamma, if you are an eval company or you did evals to make sure that your actions and all this is good, all this is coming part of this product called Cloud Code.
Yep.
And now people realize that it's not only coding specific, you can actually do work with it. So then they release these plugins for legal, marketing, and sales. And what happens is they are able to do a better job at context management, taking actions and evaluations. Why? Because for context, there is another unblock in this world, which is what I thought of that like the best thing that will happen with these models. But I thought maybe it is the browser where things will happen. But where things happened is this idea of computer control. And we all became normal because we thought these are coding tools. So we gave them access to two things. One, your file system. And second, your bash commands. This is how the whole world works. This is how, if you're an engineer, you can control your computer. And if you can control your computer and your browser, and you can have access to your file system, you can do all the context management. And with bash, you can do all the actions. And third, it has the browser control as well. So now you have all the action powers, and on top of it, they have evaluations, which is they are saying, hey, I can do the lint checks, do rule-based checks. I can go and do UI element checks in HTML, and I can do what I was showing you, which is these LLMs as a judge. And all this I am going to do. So you don't need a third party provider. You don't need Harvey. You don't need somebody to come in and do it for you. If you take co-work and if you use my tested skills, you can do it yourself. So this is first time that whole intelligence layer that we were talking about, which was Claude, actually became the whole harness provider as well. So this is Anthropic entering into everybody's lunch and saying, hey, we need the space of this also.
Yeah.
And that 2 to 3 billion, what you're seeing in Claude Code, is basically coming right now from these valuations, which these people thought that they can go solve for each customers, but now they can't solve because everything is mostly three things. So once you have this, then on top of it, you can connect a UI layer or these three things, how they are able to teach the world. And obviously you have done a great job with all your podcasts and teaching the world these skills on top of it, which is that anything that you want to do can be a skills, anything, and skills are powered by these action taking sub agents, which can be triggered by something called hooks. And now you can schedule jobs. With these people learning these on top of these computer control, which is powered by this context loop. And by the way, there is a bottom layer to this, which is these models like Opus 4.6 have grown and able to do long horizon jobs. What is that? They are trained in a way that they can run for 3 to 6 hours without breaking. This was not there. If you looked at the Matter benchmark, the last 6 months ago, the longest horizon job they can do is 3 minutes. And this has gone exponential in last 6 months. So you put a long horizon job, you give me access to your bash file system, and then the users can create these skills naturally in English language. You have unlocked what the human potential was locked inside these coding, or some software provider will go and do it for you. Now it's just a skill. And if it is a good skill, and if you know your skill, and if you have your craft, you can put it in a skill which can be parallelized with sub-agents and triggered with events like hooks. And then whole this operating system is available to everybody. And I think that's what happened with Claude.